Good Sunday afternoon to all you Americans out there tuning in to us. My name is Ted Stevens. This is my younger brother, Bradford Stevens. And this is Sunday with the Stevensons. I always like to think of the new year as a time for reflection. A time of experimenting new things, trying things out. Maybe put in some bananas on your peanut butter and jelly just to get things started.
It's not that crazy.
Now, Bradford, why don't you go ahead and tell the viewers what your New Year's resolution is for 2012?
Well, Tedford, my New Year's resolution for this year is to become a better father. You know, I think that you know, a lot of the youth these days, they're missing a good male figure in their lives, you know. Now, you know, I got two little runts running around myself.
Yes,
you know,
you do.
I got Jimmy, and I got little Carol. I am making an effort, you know, in between Sunday church service, in between my long hours that I put in at the firm, and in between the 20 minutes a week that I put in doing community service in the city with the Negroes.
That's right.
That I decided I'm going to spend more time with my son. I'm going to spend more time with my daughter.
Absolutely. That is a fantastic New Year's resolution.
Thanks, Ted.
Mine, among certain things, is to get in shape.
Oh, Teddy.
Maybe cut back on my sodium intake.
True.
My other New Year's resolution, as well as you, is to make sure that my son Colin gets a great education.
Oh, little Colin. How's he doing?
Oh, little Colin, he's just... Little Colin's great. Now, little Colin, you know, he's got a little bit of a disciplinary problem. We took him to see the doctor last week, and he gave a nice clinical term called schizophrenia. I just like to call it, you know, a little kid who's got enough energy that he could light up the whole entire state of New York City. But, you know, he told me that he actually needs a lobotomy. Now, I asked him what a lobotomy entailed, and he said what we're gonna do is take a little portion of Colin's brain and remove it so he's a little less, you know, rambunctious. So I told Dr. Stan that, you know, you just need a little pop in the mouth when you act out of line, maybe a few hours a day in the basement with the door locked in pitch blackness. And, you know, that can easily...
You got that stern fatherhood in you from Dad,
well,
didn't you?
You know, Colin really, he really responds to the fact that he can't see anything. He probably hasn't eaten since yesterday. And I just, you know, put my hand to his face about, you know, 6 or 7 times. But that brings us to our next topic, hip-hop.
Did you get that new Wally album?
You know, I did. I actually peeped. That's what the youngsters are saying now.
Peeped. Sounds like a freaky term to me.
It sounds like those things I would get in my Easter egg basket.
Oh, you remember the Peeps?
Oh, Peeps.
The pink ones were my fave.
You know, I collected the yellow ones for a long time. I wouldn't even eat them. I just let them harden, and I have about 12 solid mushroom statue chickadees.
Oh, Teddy.
But anyway, the kids say peep, which I guess... It equivalates to look.
Oh, okay.
I see this.
Wow.
I peeped this.
Oh.
I peeped the stop sign.
Oh.
Or I see the stop sign. I peeped the stop sign.
I saw the sign.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is the hip hop culture has a great influence on this youth. Now this Wally you were talking about, he reminded me of that Pixar movie about the alien who got lost in space that won all those awards. Don't you agree?
Yeah, he does. And can you believe he got signed to Mercedes-Benz Music?
Oh my goodness.
Since when did Mercedes-Benz have a record label?
Oh, you know their spokesperson for Mercedes-Benz Music is a large Negro, bald-headed man with a giant mustache who claims that he's a boss.
Get out of town.
I'm one to inquire.
What is he a boss of?
That's exactly the question, Bradford. What exactly
Stumping the Stevensons.
He stumped us. I have no idea, because last time I checked, that propaganda violence and guns was not a suitable job for any man, let alone a giant gorilla-looking son of a gun.
No, he is. He really is.
He looks like an extra from a Peter Jackson, King Kong movie that came out in 2010.
Wow.
Actually, while we're on the subject of hip-hop, that kind of correlates with the subject of our next discussion, which is Kobe Bryant's divorce.
Oh, schnooklies.
Now, don't get me started on how his wife has Hey, Rufus?
Get Rufus in
Why
order.
don't you shut that mouth?
Yeah. Careful, Rufus.
K9, son of a gun. Anyway, I picked up... I'm sorry, Rufus is so rambunctious. I actually found him at a crack house down on Gratiot and 8 Mile.
Did you really?
On my Tuesdays off, I always take at least an hour a day, preferably a half hour to go down to Detroit and, do my community service for the week.
Be careful down there, Ted.
Oh, I never stay longer than 45 minutes down in Detroit. I got my Hyundai parked right there where I'm doing my community service. I get in.
I heard those are hot on the market.
Oh, they're great. It's the hybrid there. I got to plug it into the wall. Can you believe it? It's something out of the Jetsons.
Oh, back when we were kids, we could have only imagined. Wild, Tedford.
Anyway, Kobe Bryant is probably the biggest sports superstar in the world right now. And his wife just got herself a whole lot of ham coming her way. I mean, she got half of his earnings.
Oh,
that includes playing for the Lakers as well as his endorsements with Nike and Adidas and other such stuff. Now, if Nancy tried to get half of my money, you know what I would do, Bradford? I wouldn't give it to her. I'd say, no, Nancy, you'll find your weekly allowances right next to the bedstand.
Oh my!
Granted, he cheated.
True.
He cheated a lot.
And we do not condone that here on Sundays
at
and Stevenson. Have to live through that.
Absolutely not. I mean, Bradford had to learn that the hard way. Remember,
Yes,
why don't you tell them your little experience with
Teddy? I don't know if it's testimony time, Teddy.
Oh, goodness. I need you to testify right now, Bradford. Tell them about your infidelity experiences and how that all wrecked your marriage.
When I was 23 years old,
23.
I was in my 5th year of marriage with my lovely wife, Lisa. Lisa caught me sticking my hand in somebody else's collection plate, Teddy.
Oh, goodness.
I saw this nice, rambunctious-looking, young, 18-year-old goddess walk into the church house.
Sometimes you can't tell these days. I saw a 12-year-old and I thought she had age wrinkles right underneath her boobies.
Oh. Well, Tedford, one thing led to another, and I gave her a ride home. Yeah.
You let the female temptress into your motor vehicle.
I did. Oh, yeah.
If you're thinking of cheating, you're cheating.
Oh, yeah. I was penetrating her with my mind. It was only right that Lisa left me and took the kids. And, well, you know the rest.
But
I don't want to talk about it.
He's on the right track.
Absolutely.
Back to salvation.
Absolutely.
And Bradford puts in about, excuse me,